What's up, everyone? This is Gail Dudley with your News in Motion. Today is Tuesday, July the 28th, 2020. So let's get started. First off, I just want to take a moment to just call out the name of John Lewis. As you know, he is the first Black lawmaker to lie in state in the Capitol Rotunda. So he was just a great man. So I just wanted to start off just calling the name out of John Lewis. Good morning, Deborah. How are you? Good morning, Ladybug. How are you? So yes, he was, as we all know, a civil rights icon. And it just did something for me to see the casket draped in the American flag in the Rotunda as the first Black lawmaker. So I just wanted to put that out there before we did anything else. All right, next up, you know I'm passionate about voting. What's up, my sister-in-law, Yvonne? You know I'm passionate about voting, voters' rights, voting rights, voter education. And today is Tuesday, July the 28th. We're now, I believe, 98 days away from the election. I'm not going to do a complete countdown to one. I may jump back on here when we get down to about 10 days left. But I just wanted to lift up a couple of things. One, and I'm echoing the words of John Lewis. He said, you must find a way to get in the way. You must not find a way to get into trouble, good trouble, necessary trouble. So let's get into some trouble. Let's vote. Let's register people to vote. If that's all I say today, let's register people to vote. So this is going to be interactive today. So put in the comment section if you are comfortable asking people to register to vote or asking them if they have registered to vote. So just put it in the comment section. As you're doing that, know that the GOP is in a split, almost 50% of those who want to roll out a new relief bill. That's kind of sad. Breonna Taylor deserves justice. Her murderers are still walking around free. So think about that. United States Postal Service, y'all, we got to help them out. So this cup, by the way, this is from Poetry Grind. So I want to give them a shout out today as I take a sip of my mango juice. Great company, Black-owned company. Check this out. Check them out. It's Poetry Grind in Columbus, Ohio. Great products. Got to give them a shout out this morning. But the United States Postal Service, y'all, if you're missing mail, you need to be asking what's going on behind the scenes. So this is what I want us all to do. I want us to send handwritten notes, put a stamp on it. I want us to send cards, put a stamp on it. I want us to go buy stamps. We need to do that. Mail a package at the post office, people, and pay a bill by mail. I know this is all new, but I'm asking all of us to do these things for the United States Postal Service. The occupant of the Oval is trying to privatize them. We can't let that happen, people. We can't let that happen. So we need to do our part, and we also need to vote. So let me go right back there. IWillVote.com. And I'm going to pull that up on my iPad. IWillVote.com. And to tell a funny story, the other day I was asking a young man if he's registered to vote. And I said, I can get you registered. And I pulled out my iPad out my purse, out my tote bag. He said, I have never seen a woman pull out a TV from her purse. I said, it's an iPad. But it was hilarious. Yes, I'm finding trouble finding the words to convey the importance of our young people to vote. Well, we got to do it. Y'all, this is IWillVote.com. And on here, and I don't know if you can see everything on here, but the first box says, check to see if you're registered to vote. So hopefully you can see this. The second box says, register to vote. And the third box says, request an absentee ballot. This is what this page looks like. So we should all be checking to see if we're registered and make sure our information is updated. That is so important. Register to vote. Yeah, I'm carrying this around because if somebody has not been is not registered to vote, I am pulling this out saying, let's sign up right now. So the young man I was talking about, he was actually outside Target. on Polaris Parkway. And, you know, I'm a resident of Columbus, although this goes all over the 50 United States and beyond. We have the reach of Ready publication, which was in 42 countries. We still are. We're just not doing the magazine at this moment. But anyway, I asked him, and, you know, he was hilarious. A young man by the name of Paul. After going back and forth, I found myself becoming really angry with him in this debate. And I just stopped. I said, do you know why I'm so upset with you? He goes, all I know is that you tripping. You know, that's just how it was. And I said, no. I said, I'm not tripping. I'm angry because your voice matters. And I said, and you're not understanding the importance of using your voice. That's why I'm sitting here having this debate with you. That's why I'm getting angry with you, because you don't understand your potential and that you should be registered to vote. He just really de-escalated, and he said, all right, just tell me what I need to do. And so I pulled this out, and that's when he said, I've never seen a woman pull out a TV from their purse. I said, just an iPad. But anyway, in doing so, he pulled out his phone, he did it, and he was really excited about it. And so, you know, just because of the dialogue, I asked him his name was Paul. And I just said, you know, I said, I don't know where you're headed. I said, but if you're going to go hang out with your boys, drinking your beer, having your weed, I did go there, y'all. Everybody can't do that, but I did. I said, please encourage them to vote. And he was cool. He said, that's what's up. That's what's up. Now, everyone can't do that. But if you see someone, if you're just, you know, and you just have that inkling, say, have you registered? They can go to this website. This website, all of them that I've been giving you are great websites. Vote.gov, vote.org. This is iwillvote.com, rockthevote.org, whenweallvote.org. And then you can also go to readypublication.com and hit the Ready to Vote campaign. But it's so simple. We need to encourage these young people and even older people to register to vote. It is so important so that we have a better understanding of what's going on. Because Breonna Taylor, her murderers are still walking around free. Yeah. And just imagine if we vote and knowing that our vote count, we can be seeing a shifting with that, which I'm going to get to that in the devotional, so hold on. So we have the GOP who released a coronavirus relief package. Half of their own GOP didn't like it. Now this is what's happening, y'all. This is what's on the line. Come this weekend, the benefits expire. My understanding, everything I'm reading, they're getting about $600. And we're talking 30 million people. Hello, Kim Hill. Hello, Beverly. We're talking 30 million people. Their job benefits, their unemployment benefits are about to expire, which also means no health insurance. Y'all, this is where we are. And then you have the occupant of the Oval and his administration wanting to slash the Affordable Care Act, aka Obamacare. Y'all, we're in trouble. That's why we must vote. If there's never been an election that has been serious, this upcoming election on November 3rd is serious. And yes, I will talk about it until I'm blue in my face. That's what this whole news in motion is all about. I will talk about it until I'm blue in the face. It is that important to me. Yeah. So, we have the post office. We need to send written notes, y'all. Go buy stamps. Go mail packages from the post office. From the post office. You want to play games? We'll play games too. We got to figure out how to be steps in front of people. 2-3 steps in front of people. What's up, Ashley Grant? Y'all, that's a serious author. She's going to bring out a serious book. Yes, I just highlighted her because that book is amazing. So, yep, I'm the publisher. I'm working on her book. You want to get her book. It'll be out soon, but you want to get her book. Just remember her name. So that's the U.S. Postal Service. Will they or won't they? The occupants campaign says they will wait and see whether to accept the election outcome. Y'all, this is serious. So you know, you're talking about if it's a slim margin. So guess what? We need to register to vote to make sure it is a wide margin that he loses. And yes, I'm saying that. I know there are people that watch this from the other side of the aisle. That's cool. But this is where we are. We can't keep operating like this. Look at Portland. Look at Seattle. Look at the protests. Los Angeles, Kansas City, New Orleans. These protests. So we've moved from the Black Lives Matter, George Floyd's murder, to protesting other things that are happening. He is deploying more and more federal agents. They were pepper spraying people who were peacefully protesting. This woman, there's a video that's going around. It's an authentic video where there are 3 federal agents on top of a woman, their knee in her back, and she is screaming, "I can't breathe." Why are we doing that? What is happening? We must vote. And then we have the coronavirus, y'all. The coronavirus, I get my numbers from who? World Health Organization, 4,433,410 cases, 150,444 deaths. Now recovered, we got to celebrate 2,136,603 recovered. Yesterday, Speaker Nancy Pelosi said on MSNBC, this was yesterday. Now notice I told y'all we done hit the 150,000 deaths over that with the World Health Organization. Speaker Nancy Pelosi said yesterday, and this is a quote, nearly 150,000 families in our country have had a death in the family. When she said those words really pierced my side. I'm going to read that quote again. Nearly 150,000 families in our country have had a death in the family. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Stats with the most cases, California is at the top with 463,560, followed by Florida, which is 432,747. New York, when they were in their peak, was 418,482. Texas is following behind with 395,242. And also, y'all, one of the top people next to the occupant, the National Secretary Advisor, Robert O'Brien, has the coronavirus. Yeah, for the win. Y'all, that Prime Minister in New Zealand, Jacinda, she's off the chain. New Zealand passes a substantial bill to ensure pay equity between men and women. Yeah, that happened yesterday. Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern promised to amend the existing legislation when she was elected in 2017. On Instagram, yes, I follow her on Instagram. On Instagram, the Prime Minister wrote, in 2017, we said we fixed the legislation aimed at addressing historic inequities in pay for women. Today, we have. So for the win, the New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern. All right, for the message today. Yesterday, I talked about the message of who told you that, raising that question, who told you that. Today, I just want to say, prepare for this shift. Actually, don't even prepare. You should have been preparing a long time ago. We're in the middle of this shift. The question is, are you ready for the shift that's about to take place? There are things that are shifting all over. If you look up, you will see that Oprah Magazine will cease publication at the end of this year. How many people have said, I'm not going to do a magazine because Oprah already owns the whole demographic for magazines? Well, now she's ending. Are you prepared to jump in where she leaves off at the end of December? There's a shift. Ellen DeGeneres, who I watch quite often, something's happening with her production behind the scenes and the employees. People are saying, well, I don't know if I can have a news show. I don't know if I could do that. Ellen DeGeneres is already doing it. Well, something's happening. Are you prepared to step in that place? There's a shifting. Look at the churches since the coronavirus. There's a shift. There's no way churches can go back to doing business as usual because there's a shift. So are you prepared to do what you have been called to do? And if you have been waiting for people to say, well, no, you can't do that, again, go back to that question. Who told you can't do that? I mean, I just think about what I'm doing right here. I'm actually having a blast, y'all. 55, having a blast, giving you news in motion and sharing my argument as to why you should vote. How many people told me and my daughter, You can't do a magazine. Print is long gone. It's not happening. We still have the magazine company. She now is in control of it. We ceased the actual publication this year. It'll come back in 2021. But y'all, we're in all 50 states and 42 countries. And people were telling us we couldn't do that. Me doing this, people are like, well, you're only getting about 253 views. I really don't care. The point of this is not to get views. The point of this is to get people to register to vote. There is a shift. People aren't just thinking any longer about how they can build an empire and succeed, although that's great. People are thinking about how can I help one other person? And when you bless that person, other people are being blessed. The young man that I spoke to about voting, and his excitement when he left, when we walked off that sidewalk outside of Target and he left, he had a different kind of walk. He was excited about voting. If he's the only person that I get to register to vote, my assignment has been completed. We have to stop limiting ourselves. There's a shifting. The word says, behold, I will do a new thing. We have been at retreats about that, at conference about that. That has been the thing for so many people. That has been a book title for people. Well, now the new thing is here. The question is, are you ready for this shift? Because the shift actually is already taking place. So this is my plea for you. And I said it yesterday. I'll say it again today. It's time for us to write our representatives. And I guess my question would be, do you know who your representatives are? Again, this is interactive. Be commenting in the comment section. If you know your representative, put their name in the comment section. Now, if I go back later today and I don't see a name in the comment section, that tells me that y'all have no clue who your representatives are. If you want to write letters to your representative, let me know. We can do a Zoom call. We can do a webinar. If you want that information, add it in the comment section. Please add it in the comment section. Again, I want to just shout out to this is Poetry Grind, Black-owned business in Columbus, Ohio. This mug is the bomb. It is the bomb. They have other products as well. And I also want to give a shout out to my son, Alexander Roseboro Dudley. Doors closing and opening for God's people who are available. You got that right, Beverly. You got that right. You got that right. He's now starting a YouTube show called Storybook Expressions. He started out doing quarantine story time, I believe, when we were at our stay-at-home order. So now he has gone to his YouTube. So check out his YouTube. Please subscribe. He's trying to get 100 subscribers, and he's going to give out prizes. And it's called Storybook Expressions. Storybook Expressions. As you know, he is the young adult pastor at Mount Olivet Baptist Church in Columbus, Ohio. So Storybook Expressions. Check that out and subscribe. There's a shift. There's a shift. YouTube is shifting. People who you never heard of before, they're rising up on YouTube. People whose businesses you've never heard before, their businesses are coming to the forefront. People who have had a passion to be politicians or to do political work and no one was thinking about them, they are now rising to the top. People who are wanting to have television shows, magazines, write books, they are rising to the top. Have you noticed you don't see the same names of authors on books much anymore? You're seeing these different authors. Don't sleep on them. There's one on this show right here on this thread right now, Ashley Grant. Trust me, you are going to want to read her book without a doubt. Without a doubt, you are going to want to read her book. All right, y'all. We have some registrations to add to the iwillvote.com. You don't have to worry about, you don't have to hand them a pen or a paper. Just ask. Again, email your friends and family. Do a Facebook Live. Do a IG Live. Talk to your people. Tell the story as to why you vote and encourage other people to vote. Have a small group conversation. Show the pros and cons. Talk about why their voice is important. We all have to do what we need to do. We all have to do it. This is a collective answer, a collective movement, not a one-person movement at all. Not a one-person movement at all. All right, I think that's all I have. Again, New Zealand for the win. The Prime Minister, she's off the chain. Post office. Y'all, we got to do this today. Send a handwritten note, put a stamp on it. Send a card, put a stamp on it. Send a check. to somebody. Put a stamp on it. Go buy stamps, mail a package, pay a bill by mail more than a day before. Now, you know, I told you yesterday that they've slowed the production of mail. So make sure you plan as you're putting it out. Oh, yeah, Breonna Taylor, she deserves justice. Yeah. Her murderers are walking around free. Let that sink in. All right. I'm Gail Dudley. Until tomorrow, peace out.